muy espirituales, personas que son seleccionadas para estar aquí en este planeta, salvar la humanidad. Todos nosotros tenemos el potencial de ser semillas estelares. Lo que tenemos que hacer es descubrirlo y empezar a actuar hacia eso. Pero de que todos aquí presentes podemos tener un rol muy importante en el cambio de la humanidad es definitivo. The fact that we are all present here in this time says a lot about what we need to do. The fact that we all chose to be born in this particular time makes us brothers and sisters. We have destinies that are interlaced, and that's the exciting part. To me, we all have the potential to be starseeds, to change the path of our lives.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say the important role of a starseed is on the planet at this time?
¿Cuál es el rol más importante de las semillas estelares en este momento? The most important thing to me is that we all start the healing process of ourselves and the process of awakening ourselves. Before we start awakening others, before we start healing others, before we start doing the exterior part, we have to start with ourselves, master our own darkness, heal our wounds, and educate ourselves. We have to uneducate ourselves from what we've been programmed to learn. And then we have to relearn new consciousness. And after we do that, we can begin to expand the dimension. So it's going to start with us. En la manera en como yo veo que las semillas estelares deben de proceder en estos momentos es, primero, responsabilizándose de su propia sanación, penetrar y cambiar su propia oscuridad, sanar desde adentro hacia afuera, porque esa es la única manera en cómo vamos a poder cambiar esta dimensión, si lo hacemos desde adentro hacia afuera. So that's the path that I see, that we start from the inside and go to the outside.
Amazing. So at the Ufology World Congress, you're going to be speaking about the pineal gland.
Sí.
Would you like to share more about what we can expect?
Sí, en el Ufology World Congress, que va a ser en Barcelona ahorita en septiembre, voy a estar hablando de la glándula pineal. So basically, what I'm going to talk about is the new research and the new interpretations of a very old and sacred subject, which is the pineal gland, which continues to expand as we expand our consciousness. I can tell you, if there's a lot of people that know about the pineal gland, but if you take a fresh look at it from what we know now and what we know about ourselves, it's like learning it in a completely different way, how we can awaken, activate, cleanse, and use our pineal gland to improve this whole endeavor that we're in. Vamos a hablar de la glándula pineal en el Ufology World Congress, que va a ser en Barcelona a fines de septiembre. Y vamos a hablar de este concepto que es muy antiguo, de la glándula pineal, pero lo estamos viendo con una perspectiva fresca de todo lo que ya sabemos de la glándula pineal, de cómo poder expanderla, purificarla y usarla para poder cambiar toda esta dimensión y todo lo que estamos haciendo.
Beautiful.
And there's this other thing I wanted to mention about what I'm going to talk about at the Ufology World Congress is that the DNA component is so important. There is an activation of DNA happening that has to do with the pineal gland. And that's the part that really fascinates me, the activation of our DNA. Entonces, la otra parte que voy a hablar en el Ufology World Congress va a ser del ADN que estamos activando todos nosotros, que tiene que ver con nuestra dimensión, con la calidad de frecuencia que hay en nuestra dimensión, de la parte del ADN de nosotros que también se está activando, que es la parte que me interesa mucho.
Beautiful. So I'm just going to put this question in here because I believe it's important with what you mentioned of the DNA. Would you say that the ability to be a starseed and to see with your third eye, your pineal, is dormant within our DNA?
Entonces la pregunta es si el despertar de tu glándula pineal tiene que ver con tu ADN. I would say so. I would say that DNA is the main tool that souls use to incarnate. We vibrationally select the DNA that we need. And some DNA has a more developed capacity to interpret because of the previous lives that person has lived. It has earned the right to have more, if you will, more capacity. Nothing's free in the universe. You get what you have. I mean, it's all connected. And I think it does have something to do with it, with DNA. And of course, we can now activate that process and accelerate it. Entonces, la pregunta es si está conectado el ADN con la expansión de la glándula pineal, y pues definitivamente. Nosotros encarnamos en el ADN correspondiente a nuestro nivel de conciencia como alma. Nuestros cuerpos, nuestro ADN, es la herramienta principal que usamos para aprender en esta dimensión. Y hay algunos ADNs que tienen la glándula pineal más evolucionada que otros porque se lo han ganado, porque nada es gratis en el universo.
Beautiful, thank you. So Leon's going to be giving a workshop on the pineal gland on the 26th of September, on Saturday, in Barcelona, Spain, at the Ufology World Congress. Now, there's just one final question I have to ask you in regard to disclosure and everything that's coming to surface at this time, because obviously so much is coming to light. Do you have a message for the humanity to assist us through these times that are now?
Sí, entonces la última pregunta que me hace I es si tengo un mensaje para la humanidad del despertar de conciencia en el que estamos en relación con la apertura de toda la información de la ufología que está saliendo. I do, I. The most important thing, I think, is that before we all dive into the information that is coming out, we have to first clean our filter of information, because we're being bombarded with information. We are starving for knowledge, and we're drowning in just useless information. They're throwing all kinds of things at us. And the only way to be able to interpret the real information with clarity is by doing the interpersonal work, the human development work, the personal healing, what we were talking about, so that you can actually grow your intuition and know what is crap and what isn't, to know what is truth and what is disinformation. The only way for you to know that is not to follow somebody that is more intuitive than you, is for you to take responsibility for your life and to grow in consciousness, so that nobody has to tell you whether a certain kind of information is real or not, because the controllers are doing this on purpose. They are mixing up all the information so that we all get confused with what's going on. Entonces, el mensaje que yo tengo para la humanidad en cuanto al tema de extraterrestre es de que todos tenemos la responsabilidad de sanarnos, si es que vamos a poder discernir entre lo que es desinformación y mentiras y lo que es la auténtica información verdadera de el fenómeno ovni, porque si nada más estás absorbiendo la información y no estás desarrollando tu conciencia, va a ser muy fácil que te manipulen. Te van a poder decir que algo es verdad cuando realmente no lo es, y para eso es muy importante de que nos desarrollemos en conciencia, nos sanemos, evolucionemos, perdonemos, trascendamos la oscuridad, todas las responsabilidades, las cosas incómodas que todos nosotros tenemos que hacer, son las que tenemos que hacer. Y ya que las haces, se vuelve mucho más fácil poder discernir entre lo que es verdad y lo que es mentira. So basically it's we need to educate ourselves, we need to heal ourselves, and then once we become real intuitives, we can actually navigate this information tsunami that we're in.
Beautiful. And there is one more thing that you were mentioning to me before we went on in this call, is you're holding daily meditations around the world for everybody to tune in to. Would you like to share more about this with everybody tuning in today, and how they can tune in if they want to elevate the human consciousness and their own state of being, we'll say?
Sí, entonces pregunta ahí que estamos haciendo meditaciones todos los días en Revelación Humana en vivo para poder cambiar la frecuencia del planeta. Entonces sí estamos meditando todos los días en el canal. So we are doing it, we are meditating every day. We feel it's very important that new people that have never meditated before, they have an opportunity to learn how to balance their emotions, to know that they are in control of their emotions, that nobody can hurt them without their consent, that we have the power to create our own reality, and we can decorate our dimension with acts of kindness, starting with kindness to ourselves. So it's been really great to have so many people learning about meditation. Entonces, desde que comenzó la pandemia, empecé una iniciativa de que meditemos todos los días, y lo estamos haciendo en el canal de Revelación Humana en Vivo, así se llama el canal, Revelación Humana en Vivo, todos los días a las 9 de la mañana, Ciudad de México, 4 de la tarde, España. Y a esas horas, todos los días estamos meditando por 15 minutos, y ha sido una manera bellísima de poder crear nuestra propia paz y prepararnos para los grandes cambios que vienen. We're just preparing ourselves for everything that's coming with these meditations. I mean, this is just the beginning.
Mm-hmm. So how can we join these meditations?
Okay, well, the channel is Revelación Humana en Vivo in a YouTube channel. It's basically a YouTube channel, and it's called Revelación Humana en Vivo. Entonces el canal se llama Revelación Humana en Vivo, y es el canal que estamos usando para meditar todos los días.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, León. And we'll put the link to your YouTube channel and how to join the meditations in this video so everybody can get on board if they feel the call. I feel it's very important to assist through this time that we're in. I think it's very beautiful work you're doing. And I thank you for the light that you're bearing for humanity.
Thank you so much. Y entonces iba a poner el link del canal, lo va a poner en YouTube, aquí en esta entrevista, para que los que estén interesados en meditar con nosotros se puedan meter. Y pues sí, me agradece por lo que estamos haciendo, y pues muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much, Eve, for echoing this, and for also the service that you're doing with the organization of these very important events. And I really feel very happy to talk to you today. So thank you so much.
Thank you, León. Thank you for joining us. And everybody, this is León Valverde, and you can come and see him at the Ufology World Congress on the 25th, 26th, and 27th of September in Barcelona, Spain, where once again, he'll be giving his workshop on the 26th of Barcelona on the pineal gland. So that is something very advanced that I highly recommend you jump on board for, because it sounds very powerful, the information that he's going to be sharing in activating the DNA, working with this next level of consciousness.
Entonces vamos a estar en el Ufology World Congress, y el 26 va a ser mi charla. El 26 de septiembre vamos a hablar de la glándula pineal y de sus componentes con el ADN en el Ufology World Congress, en fines del mes de septiembre. Vamos a estar en esta entrevista, en esta charla, en este encuentro tan bellísimo en Barcelona.
Okay, wonderful. Unless you have anything else to add, León, we will call this a day. And yeah,
okay.
So
yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining, sending much love and light around the world. Know that you are supported through these times, however challenging it may be. Light is here, and many masters of light have come to the planet to facilitate humanity in their ascension. And this is just the beginning. Get ready. It's going to be quite a ride.
Y vamos a estar aquí todos unidos en esta ascensión de conciencia, y apenas está comenzando este despertar de la humanidad. Va a ser un viaje maravilloso.
Okay. Much love.
Mm-hmm.
Ciao.